What up? This is Chess Plays Gabe. You already know what it is. It's day 48 of our Road to 2000. Let's just freaking jump into it. We're going to be playing against Adam17KD, 1551 player from Lebanon. Plays e4 like a true gentleman. I'm going to play the Alekhines defense like a degenerate. Here we go. Let's hope we can play the gambit today. Okay, they do not give us the gambit. But there is this where I like to just immediately chase the bishop, which is probably not the best move, to be honest, but I'm going to play it anyways. And then we're going to play something like this to fianchetto the bishop. I actually don't usually play it this way, but that's how I'm going to do it. Okay, that is kind of a weird move, I feel like. I feel like I already kind of want to go here, but I don't really know why. Let's go ahead and castle. I think we're totally fine in this position. I can also just push this pawn. Let's push here. And then let's take. And they've successfully completely locked down this file already, but you know what? And I cannot push that. This bishop already is actually looking quite dangerous. Maybe we have to just trade it off. Let's just try to trade it off. Yeah, okay. So now actually I think that is a little bit of a concession, because what are you going to do about knight d5? Yeah, interesting. I think I'm gonna go knight d5, and obviously they have to move the bishop. They can't move it here. If they move it here, I'll probably just go here. Okay, they defend it. Interesting. Let's go ahead and play. I really want to play this move. Could I just take, and then go here or something? I'm not totally sure. Maybe I could support this pawn push. Takes. No, that doesn't really work. I could go here and then go there. I could rook lift. There's a lot of options here. I'm cutting off. I kind of like that I have control over this file. So maybe there's a way to keep it that way. If I go here, they can immediately play this. But I can go here and then potentially threaten this. I mean, if I take, that will threaten that. So let's, but maybe I just have to get my knight out first. I'm not totally sure. Here. I don't know. I don't know where my knight wants to be right now. I could even play, I can't play this immediately, but maybe I could push this. Seems very, very weird, but we're playing a weird game already. Okay, let's go for this idea. I don't know if it works, but I'm trying to target this bishop, because the bishop doesn't have that many squares. It does not have that many squares. Okay, so let's go here. And now maybe I can actually go here and trade it off, because this is threatening the check. It's maybe threatening this. Okay. Whoa, interesting. Okay. I mean, there's this, and this, which pins. I can't play this move that I want to play. I can't even really support it, but I don't want to bring my knight out here. Geez, I don't know, guys. It's a weird position. I don't think I've ever really been in this position. Here. There's no sack. I mean, potentially in the future, but okay, maybe. Okay, I want to take the bishop. I think the bishop is doing more harm than good in this position. Let's go here and hit the queen, and queen's forced to go back. It's not super ideal, but now I can play. I might be able to play this move and just like get my knight out. Because I really want to play this before I play this. Maybe I can start with this. Here, if you decide to come in with your queen, I have this, but then you can go here. Then I go here. I don't know. Let's try to push these pawns. Let's try to start pushing P. There we go. Now we can push P. I have terrible looking pawn structure, like just absolutely horrendous. But there's some stuff going on here for sure. Now, if they move this knight to here, I might just have to take. Wow, that's interesting. Okay, sure. Sure. For sure. All right, I'm just going to move my knight out. They can't really take, so I can just take back. If they take here, I'll take. And I might even be able to start pushing this way if they do not take. So It's interesting stuff. And then bring my, bring my queen to the party potentially. What's the purpose of that move? Is it to go here? Not totally sure. I don't know if I want to open up the position quite yet. Here takes, I guess it's also to protect. Yeah, okay. Let's just take. And then, I don't know, takes, and takes. That looks awful. Because they just have this. Oof. It's not, I'm already not feeling great about this position. Okay, I don't have to take this immediately. I do kind of have to make a decision on this. I could take this though, but then of course they still have this. No. Here they have this move maybe, but I just take, and then takes, and then here maybe. Shoot, man, I don't know. I actually do not know. All right, I'm gonna trade. And we're just gonna see what happens. I guess I could have potentially won a pawn, but I don't think this pawn is really doing much, to be honest. Is there any kind of intermezzo? Okay, I guess I could have played like here or something. I don't know. No, I couldn't have. Okay, now they just protected their pawn. That's actually very fair. And I don't know. It's not looking too hot, to be honest. It's not looking too hot. But I do have control over these files. If I go here, there's just this, but then I can push. Then there's this. It doesn't really do anything. Okay. I don't know. I actually do not know what to play in this position. I'm at a loss. I can't really go here. If I go here, they're just going to take, and then go here. Yeah, I don't want to trade these. So let's go rook b8 and try to push this pawn and push. Yeah, okay. I mean, yes, they are threatening this, but wait, isn't that it's not a blunder, but okay, it's actually might not be a bad move. Here, then if they take, it's still not immediately good for them. So if I push, takes, push, they don't have to take back. But then if they take, I have to take, and then they have to take. I'm not sure. Let's push. Yeah, I know. That was the goal. I understand. Now I push. And again, I don't have to respond. My king is defending these two pieces. If I take this, I'm threatening this. So you kind of have to respond to this eventually. You don't have to respond to it right now because you can just take. Oh, but then I take and then you go here. No, then I just take. So that doesn't work. Let's take with the queen first. Interesting. Okay, fair enough. I guess to get this check. I guess that was the goal of that. I'm not totally sure. Oh, they take. Okay, I'll take. And then I'll push. If you go here, it's not a huge threat. I guess I can even go here, but that opens this check. If I go here, that opens... That doesn't open a check, actually. I want to leave this diagonal open for my bishop, because if I go here, they can just start pushing this, and then... What if I go here? Does here work? Here I don't think works. But I want to play it. But let's maybe play... Oh god. Queen G8 or King G8. It's probably not a good move. But what am I going to do? I have to push the pawn. They can't really push immediately. They can push now, but then they just check. I can go here. Ooh, I'm not a huge fan of this position. I'm also hitting this, which is a big weakness. That is a huge weakness, actually. So maybe I don't want to push. Maybe I just want to take this immediately, protecting my pawn. Okay, so they protect it. That's very fair. However, I can put more pressure on it. They could push. If they can't push because I take their knight. So let's do that. Let's do this. And now I think I'm winning the pawn. Again, no checks in the position. If they went here, I could have taken. If they go here, I can still take. And then I can take this later. Can't really push it. Excuse me. Huh. This is very strange already. But I feel like I could have been in a way worse position after 30 moves. We are down 3 minutes on the clock, but just got to think fast and, you know, don't blunder. Don't blunder the game. What's my opponent going to do here? This is a very crucial decision, I feel like. Obviously, you can't push the pawn and just take the knight. You can't go check or check. If you go here, I'll just take. I could even take this way. Takes. And then I have, well, no. I think I'd want to take the knight with the bishop. Or I'd want to take the pawn with the bishop, forcing the knight to move. Can't take. Knight can go. Knight can't really go anywhere useful in this position. He goes here, I just take. If he goes here, I just take. If he goes here, I just take. I could even take with the rook that way. That's probably better. And then I also have this push. So I feel like I'm doing decently. I feel like I may be slightly winning now. I was definitely losing before, though. I mean, back in, like, definitely in this position, I feel like I was losing. And that wasn't even that long ago. But they decide to take with the queen, which I think was not the right decision. So they do go there. It's interesting. I mean, I think I just take this way, right? Like, that seems like the logical decision. So let's do that. Maybe they have this move or something. I'm not sure. That's also an interesting move. I don't think that does anything. I'm just going to take the other pawn. Yes, you have this check, but that also doesn't do anything. Okay, but I just have this. Okay, I think my guy is flailing. You have a lot of time. Like, you got to think about your moves before you make them. I don't have enough time to think. And my opponent resigns. Wow. Wow. I don't think I played very well in that game, but win or lose, it's time to... Look at this graph! Let's look at this graph. What do we got here? 84%. Okay, 84.6%. I was not expecting that at all. Not a very long game, but I played like a 20-50. My opponent played like a 76.6. A couple of great moves in there, a couple of mistakes. Let's check it out. No outright blunders, which is awesome to see. So we're playing the Alekhine's defense, very standard stuff, and pushing the pawn is, again, not great. Okay, I need to actually understand what this position means, because why wouldn't you take en passant here? That's also a fine move. And then I just take with the queen. Or you go here. Is there any situation where I should be pushing this pawn? Probably not. I just develop. And knight goes here. And I just push. So this is kind of like, it's actually similar to the Mengarini Sicilian setup that I play without the knight being here. Or the Mengarini as white, I guess. This is kind of like a reverse Mengarini Sicilian as black. But of course, that's not what happened in the game. I pushed the pawn and, pushed them back. And that is a mistake. I knew that was going to be a mistake. Like, it just didn't feel right to me. But it didn't really matter. My opponent didn't really take advantage of it at all. They were supposed to go... Okay, that's an inaccuracy. Yeah, I don't really know why you just like push your pawns here, but maybe they're just operating in the Alekhine's defense like structure that you want to push this this f pawn to continue defending, and then okay, it is the right idea to trade here, because I was like, it's gonna block down my bishop, but Okay, interesting. So they actually do want the opponent to trade off the bishop there. I thought trading off the bishop was great for me, but two great moves in a row basically by my opponent. But then I go here, which is a mistake. I just didn't really know how to proceed. And they do want me to play this move. I was thinking about this move, just giving up a pawn, and then I would take, and then takes, and then here, hitting this. They develop the knight, and I want there to be some kind of like bishop sack here. I mean, rook sack here. But then I can just then I take the pawn back. So I basically get a free pawn. They go here, putting an attack on the queen, and then what? And then what? It's not telling me the move after that. But then there's check. Here. 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 And I bring my rook to the party, maybe takes, and if they play like a waiting move, I guess that would just be a queen blunder. If they play a waiting move, I just have this. Yeah, and it's just mate. Wow. Okay, so there's a lot of winning opportunities here. But of course, that's not what happens in the game. Instead, I play rook f7, and then I play queen f8. And I think I got to stop playing these moves where I put my queen behind my rook. It's just not really the vibe. Okay, push. They were supposed to take, as I predicted. And then I take, and then they take, which is actually a mistake. And I should have just traded them off. Okay, but I wanted control over this file. But I guess it's because they have this move and it's attacking. The computer still prefers them just trading it off. And yeah, this just was not the... Oh my god, I could have played this move. This is the one I wanted to play. Should I just not be scared of this check? Is that what it's about? I just move to the open space, and then I push. And then they push, and then I take the pawn. I guess they can take this pawn. No, they cannot, because that is a fork. Or a skewer. There's a check, but I just take the knight. Okay, cool. Good to know. And of course, that's not what happened in the game. I played this instead, and now we're kind of at a drawn position again. This is a mistake because I take with the bishop, and then that's just a complete, losing mistake. I mean, there's just this, and you can't go here, obviously, because there's a windmill happening, but... Oh, I guess it's actually not that bad. Wait. No, I would sack the knight. I would sack the rook, right? Well, yeah. I mean, that's fine. Okay. Well, it's not great, but I could also just go here, and there's no way you can protect. Go here. I just take, and then we just win the game. Interesting game. Well played to my opponent. I feel like I could have lost that very, very easily, but we got the win. 1579 is the new ELO. This is definitely I just keep peeking. Every video I'm just peeking. So good stuff. I guess that'll do it for this one though. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this kind of content, please make sure to come back tomorrow because I will be right here. This is Chess Plays Gabe, the channel where I get absolutely demolished in chess, or sometimes like today, possibly win. I'll see you guys in the next one. We're on our way to 1600, guys. 1600. That's pretty crazy. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye-bye.